Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Last time we have completed a 3.2 exercise, right? So today we are going to do 3.3 practice set of circle chapter. So let's get start. So before starting this practice set, no, I would like to tell you some properties and the theorem of the circle. So let's get start with that properties. Have you ever heard about arc of a circle? Okay, that we are going to study in that particular exercise, that is arc. Okay, suppose if I'm telling you arc of a circle, as you know that there are two type of arc in a circle. You can see in this circle, for example, there is a circle. I'm just giving you example. This is a circle and the center is A. Okay, let's suppose this circle, uh, this is a secant. Okay, as you know that the secant, when a line intersect a circle, that line is known as a secant. So let's suppose this line is intersecting at two distinct point, that is A and here B. Okay, let's suppose. And can you see over here, uh, this circle is divided into two parts. Can you see that this whole part, this part, this part, and just make it as a equation, not equation, there is point y. So this part is known as major arc. What? Major arc. And this part, let's suppose this is x, so this part is known as minor. Okay, this is your minor arc. So how you can identify which one is major arc and which one is minor arc? Can you see the center point over here? So whenever you having an arc which is lie below that center, मतलब वो सेंटर सॉरी ये सेंटर के बिलो मतलब नीचे आएगा, तो दैट आर्क विल बी योर माइनर आर्क ओनली. अगर वो सेंटर के ऊपर से है, कैन यू सी सेंटर इज हियर and this full part is covering by this particular circumferences or arc, you can say that. So that is your major arc. I think this is clear. Okay, let's move ahead. Now we'll understand the concept of central angle. Okay, let's suppose we have a circle. This is a circle. Okay, so now this circle, suppose I'm just telling you this is a center. So this center is having this two arc, just angle. So this is the angle. ओके, दिस इज एंगल, सपोज थीटा. सो दिस इज अ सेंटर. जो सेंटर में जो एंगल होगा वो एंगल को हम लोग बोलते हैं सेंट्रल एंगल. व्हाट वी नोन एज सेंट्रल एंगल. जो सेंटर पे एंगल होगा उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं सेंट्रल एंगल. एंड प्लीज़ कीप इन माइंड, दिस सेंट्रल एंगल इज करस्पॉन्डेड, नॉट करस्पॉन्ड, इज इक्वल्स टू दिस particular minor arc. Let's suppose this is A, the point is over here A, and this is X and this is B. So you can say that this angle, this central angle, is equal to this minor arc. I think this is clear. Okay, so similarly, suppose you want to find out the major arc, measure of the major arc. Now you have this minor arc value. Let's suppose you have given a central angle value is 180 degree. Let's suppose 20. See, this is 20. So your arc will also going to be 20 only. As we know that this whole circle, ये पूरा सर्कल का जो मेजरमेंट होता है, एंगल मेजरमेंट, इज 360. So you can just subtract this 360 by 20. You will get your answer like 340. So 340 will be your measure of the major arc, right? I think this is clear. Okay, now let's move ahead. Now we'll see our next property is congruence of an arc. Congruence. So in that congruence part, let's suppose there is a two concentric circle. Let's suppose this is a circle and again I'm just drawing a circle. ये एक सर्कल है. ओके, कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कल की अगर हम लोग बात करेंगे, बोथ सर्कल्स हैविंग कॉमन सेंटर, तो दोनों का सेंटर एक होता है, तो उसको हम लोग कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कल बोलते हैं. ओके, लेट्स सपोज दिस इज अ ओ. अब यहीं से मैं एक बात करती हूँ. सपोज दिस एंड दिस, लेट्स सपोज दिस इज अ पॉइंट ए, दिस इज अ पॉइंट बी, and this is D and this is E. Let's suppose. Okay, so suppose this central angle is given 100. Okay, the measurement of this central angle is 100. So similarly this is arc, so DE will also going to be 100 only, right? Now can you see this? So this, ये जो है ये भी आर्क इसी सेंट्रल एंगल में आ रहा है, तो हमारा ये जो EAB है ये AB भी क्या होगा, 100 होगा, राइट? द एंगल, देखो मैं यहाँ पे लेंथ की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द एंगल. नाउ सी द बोथ द एंगल्स आर इक्वल, राइट? सो बट यहाँ पे एंगल इक्वल है, इट डजंट मीन कि वो कॉन्ग्रुएंट हो गया. कॉन्ग्रुएंट के लिए हमें एंगल नहीं, वी नीड लेंथ, राइट? यहाँ पे हम लोग लेंथ, अगर आप लेंथ देखोगे तो इसका लेंथ एंड इसका लेंथ इनमें डिफरेंट है, राइट? डिफरेंस है या नहीं? So I'm not talking about length, I'm just telling you about angle. So they have equal angle, that is 100. So that's why it is not a congruent, okay? So let's move ahead. Now we'll see property of sum of measure of an arc. Let's suppose an circle is there. Let's say this is a circle, I'm just right over there. Let's suppose this is y, okay. This is y, this is x, this is a point, that is A, this is Z, let's suppose this is B. Okay, next property is property of sum of measure of an arc. Suppose if you want to see, so this arc, measure arc AX, right? AX, you can just write over measure arc AX, okay, plus plus मेजर आर्क दिस एक्स वाई, जहाँ पे वो एंड हो रहा है, मेजर आर्क एक्स वाई, राइट? वी कैन राइट दिस. तो अगर हम लोग अगर ऐसा लिखेंगे, ये आर्क, दिस आर्क एंड दिस आर्क, सो इट इज़ नथिंग बट द इक्वल टू योर ए एक्स वाई आर्क ओनली, मेजर आर्क ए एक्स वाई, राइट? लेट्स सपोज अगर मैं आगे ऐसा लिखती हूँ, लेट्स सपोज आई हैव टेकन दिस ए एक्स वाई, आई हैव टेकन measure arc this AXY, and again I am just writing again XYV. So is this correct? No. Why? Because ये जो XY है मैंने ऑलरेडी ले लिया है, I have already taken, तो वापस से ये डबल नहीं आएगा. So this one is wrong. So it will be like AXY. अभी यहाँ पे इसका एंडिंग पॉइंट कहाँ पर है, Y, तो Y से ही वो स्टार्ट होगा, it will be YB only, right? So this property is known as property of sum of measure of arc. तो ये हम लोगों ने एडिशन प्रॉपर्टी में भी सीखा है, राइट? तो बट यहाँ पे आर्क के बारे में, इसलिए प्रॉपर्टी का नेम क्या हो गया, प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ सम ऑफ मेजर ऑफ आर्क. ओके, आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर. सो नाउ विल सी थियोरम. देयर इज अ थियोरम that we are going to study now. The theorem is about chord, right? The chord, corresponding chord, you can say the chord corresponding to congruent arc of a circle. They are always congruent. Suppose there is a circle and it's having their arc is congruent. Let's suppose I'm just drawing that diagram. I'll show you. Suppose it's a circle, so it's having like this is center B, let's suppose, and this is a chord, you can say this is A, this is C. Similarly we can just write over here also, this is a chord, that is D, and this is E. Let's suppose there is a point over here Q and here P. Can you see this AC, and this ED? This is D, okay, not P, this is D. These two are the chords, right? These two are the this AC and this ED are chords. Can you see ये chord के नीचे यहाँ पे हमारा arc बन रहा है. That arc is APC, right? You can say APC, and the other दूसरे का क्या है, ED का EQD. So what the theorem is saying, the chords corresponding to the congruent arc. So this and these two arc are congruent. अगर ये दो आर्क कॉन्ग्रुएंट है तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग जो भी कॉर्ड होगा, द कॉर्ड इज AC and this ED, they are also going to be congruent. Okay, so this is the theorem. So similarly we have converse of this theorem. Suppose अभी यहाँ पे ये कॉर्ड है, अगर कॉर्ड अगर कॉन्ग्रुएंट दिया है तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग जो आर्क होगा वो भी क्या होगा, कॉन्ग्रुएंट होगा. आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर. So this all concept we are going to apply in our practice set 3.3. So let's start with our practice set 3.3. So in the first question what they have given in the figure, 3.37, right? What they have given, the point GDEF, the point GDEF are concyclic. कॉनसाइक्लिक मीन्स व्हाट, देखो एक सर्कल है, ये एक ही सर्कल में ये पॉइंट्स है, राइट, तो इसको बोलते हैं कॉनसाइक्लिक. आई थिंक दिस इज क्लियर. सो दीज आर कॉनसाइक्लिक पॉइंट्स ऑफ अ सर्कल with the center C. Can you see the C? Okay, now they have given the angle ECF. Angle ECF, this is 70 they have given. So we'll have to find the measure of DG. No, sorry. We have to, and they have given this DGF, right? DGF, they have given 200 degree. Okay, so what we have to find? We have to find this DE arc, major arc, this and this full arc. Okay, so can you see over here what they have given? They have given a central angle, right? This is our central angle only, ECF. If we see this ECF, this is our central angle. So if this is 70, so corresponding arc इसका क्या है? EF. So EF is also going to be 70, right? So we can say, right, with the help of that central angle theorem, I told you the central angle, whatever the measurement of the central angle is always equals to the corresponding arc of that minor arc. Okay, so sorry. Okay, with this we can find that DE. Now next is, can you see we have the value of this arc, and right now we have find this. So only this one is remaining, as we know that the whole circle is having 360 measurement. So by this, that property, measure of a circle, we can just calculate the value of this, right? So when you have this value and this value, you can just use the property, sum property, and then just add, you will get the value of this particular arc DEF. I think this is clear. So let's get start. So what you can just write, this is our sum number 1. So just write over there, angle ECF is 70 degree. Is it right? So what you can write over the given, this is given, right? This is given. So now therefore our major arc, that is E and F, it will be also 70. The reason is central angle. What is the reason? Central angle. Okay, this is clear. Okay, now in the next one, now see our major arc, then what you have to write? Major arc DGF, this arc, okay, this arc DGF, okay, plus major arc EF, okay, major arc EF, this arc, and remaining arc is our this DE. So major arc DE, what? DE, that is equals to 360. You'll have to specify the reason. Reason is measure of that full, that you have to measure of a circle is 360, that you have to write over here. Okay, now we'll substitute the value. DGF they have given 200, just write over there 200, and EF we have found, right, 70, and this major arc CDE, sorry, not CD, that is DE only, right, DE. Okay, this is equals to 360, right? So now can you see 200 plus 70 will be 270. This 270 will goes over there, यहाँ पे जाता है, तो कितना हो जाएगा? 360 minus 270, it will be 90. So you will get the value of this DE. Now we got the value of DE. So you can just write over there, major arc DE is equals to 90 degree. Okay, now we have this DE, we have this. So similarly we can use again that property of sum of measure of arc. So use that property, measure of DEF is equals to measure arc DE, right, plus measure arc EF, right? The reason is property wala, some property, you can just specify that theorem, and then just substitute the values, right? This we have to find out. So this major arc DE we have just found, that is 90 degree, and our EF is 70. When you add this number, what you will get? 160. So therefore we got measure arc, sorry, this is, so now what we'll get? So you'll have to only write over there measure arc, sorry, that is arc, and this is our bracket only, this is C. Okay, that is DEF is equals to 160, right? So I think this is clear. So with this we have completed our question number 1. Okay, now let's move ahead. We'll see question number 2 now. Now see in the question number 2 what they have given in the figure 2.38, the triangle QRS, right? Can you see this triangle? This triangle is an equilateral triangle. What is the meaning of that equilateral triangle? Means what? It's the sides of the triangles are equal, right? The meaning of this equilateral triangle. So in equilateral triangle, all sides are equal, right? And their measurements are 60-60. Angle of the measurements are 60-60-60, right? So in this circle, can you see over here? This is equilateral triangle. This is right, but for this circle, can you see this? For this circle, this is nothing but the chord only, right? So this is very easy. You can easily just prove that, because we have that theorem, corresponding R for congruent chords of a circles are congruent. So with this we can just prove that. So let's get start. So what you have to write, you just specify here your triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. What? Equilateral triangle. Okay, that we have to write, equilateral triangle. So therefore what you will get now? Just write therefore chord, right? These are the chord. RS is congruent to chord, which chord now? QS, right? Similarly, this is congruent to chord QR, right? These chord are congruent, so therefore their corresponding arc is also going to be congruent. So by using that theorem, so in the next slide, just write therefore by theorem of which theorem? Corresponding. That theorem you'll have to specify that corresponding arc of the congruent chords of a circle are congruent. Okay, and with this theorem you can just write over there for arc RS is congruent to arc QS is congruent to arc QR. Okay, so now make it condition number 1, because we'll need in the next question. See now, with this we have completed our this question 2.1, this first one. Now what we have to prove? Measure arc QRS. Can you see this arc QRS? This arc, it should be 240, that we have to proved. Okay, now as we know that this arc and this arc and this arc are congruent, so instead of this all things QS, we can just substitute the that. Okay, I'll show you how you can write that. So in that we can just write over there measure arc. Can you see measure arc QS, right? QS, you can just write QS plus measure arc QR, and then you can just write over there measure arc RS, right? RS is equals to 360, right? Because this is a circle, so you have to specify the reason. Measure of a circle is 360. So this is QS, so I'm just going to write QS only, measure arc QS. So now see this measure arc QR. So instead of this QR, we can substitute over the QS, because in the first one where we have written the first condition that RS, QS and QR equal, congruent. So instead of this QR, we can just write measure arc QS, right? Similarly, for this RS also we can just write measure arc, that is QS. Okay, because these are congruent. And here you'll have to specify from where you got this, from that 1. So you write the reason over here, from 1. Okay, now can you see QS, QS and QS? So from this we'll get 3 QS, right? So in the next one, just write 3 major arc QS is equals to 360, right? Now this is a number, just take this 3 for here and divide it, because this 3 is in multiplication form. When you divide this, you will get 120, right? So therefore major arc QS, now you are getting the value of this major arc is 120. Okay, this is clear. Now we got the value of major arc QS only. Now see, we got the value of this QS and we have to prove this QRS as to be 240. So now as we know that this whole circle is having full measurement, it is 360. So now you can just subtract this 360 with this part only, that means QS. So 120. So it will be going to be proved. So let's start with this. So in the next part you can just write over there. Now again measure arc QRS, this QRS, this full measure arc, plus measure arc QS, right? QS is equals to what? 360. And the reason will be your same reason, you'll have to specify. Measure, right? Measure of a circle is 360. So instead of this QRS, just write this as it is, measure arc QRS. But instead of this QS, we have value that is 120. It will be 360. Now take this 120. Here you will get 240. So with this we got measure arc QRS is equals to 240, because 360, when you subtract that 360 minus 120, you will get 240 only. So hence proved, right? I think this question is clear. Now let's move ahead. We'll solve question number 3. Now in the question number 3, what they have given, in the figure they have given a chord, that is AB. See, this AB is a chord and this CD is also a chord, and these both chord are congruent to each other. So what we have to prove, this arc AC and this arc BD is also congruent. That can you see, this is a chord, so this chord is having corresponding arc, that is ACB. Similarly for this CD, now for this CD you will be having CBD, right? So with this can you see this BC is common, so that BC will going to be will going to be cancelled and you will get your answer. So this is also you can just use the theorem corresponding arc, right? So let's get start. So you can just specify over there your chord AB, right, is congruent to chord CD, right? So from where you got this? Given, because this is given, so you'll have to specify given. Okay, now in the next slide just write since corresponding arc, that theorem you have to specify, corresponding arcs of congruent, right, of congruent chord. Our chord is congruent, so we can just write over there the corresponding arc of congruent chord of a circle, are congruent only, right? So you'll have to write over there congruent. That theorem, this is a theorem only I have written over here. Okay, this is a theorem. So with this theorem you can just write measure arc ACB, right? This ACB. So measure arc ACB is congruent to measure arc is CBD. This CBD, right? CBD. So C, B and D. Okay. So now can you see over here what they have given, this AC, ACB. When you see this ACB, can you write arc AC and this BC with that addition property, right? Property of some measurement arc. So instead of this, I'm just writing over there measure arc AC. Measure arc AC plus measure arc BC, okay, is congruent. Similarly for this CBD, we can just write BC and BD. So here also I'm just going to write measure arc again BC, okay, plus measure arc here BD, okay. See, can you see here the measure arc BC and BC? When you take this BC over here, it will become minus. So easily you can say that this arc BC and BC will going to be cancelled, right? So what is remaining now? Measure arc AC and this measure arc BD. So hence proved that only we have to prove over here AC and BD, right? So I think this question, this exercise is clear to you all. So with this we have completed our practice set 3.3. So let's we'll move in the now we'll meet in the next video, next lecture. Till then, take care, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share our video. Thank you so much.